Testing, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Mic check 1, 2, 1, 2. Right. So I got to pardon me. I hope you're a little long. I'm trying some different things. So yeah, I've been putting in the work. A lot more to do, a lot more to go. But welcome to the den, man. I am your host, Sir Ed Honcho. It's good to see you on this Good Friday, which I had no idea was a thing, right? Not that I didn't know it was a thing, but I had no idea that, pardon me, I had no idea today was Good Friday. Like, I'll just be out the loop. I'll just be doing whatever. And I guess, not putting two and two together, Easter and, all those great things that come along with that, then yeah, right? So, yeah. I mean, it's super funny. Actually, I just put my shirt on right before we started the stream. Missed it. This is going to be the last one of these that I drink. I didn't realize. I looked at never looked at the nutrition label on one of these things. And yeah, that's instant diabetes. So there's that. But like I said, man, welcome to the den. Lots to talk about. I'm mad I didn't make me some tea before the stream started. I'm doing too much. Anyway, like I said, I'm your host, Ed Honcho, man. It is my honor, my privilege, but most of all, my pleasure to get to chop it up with you wonderful, amazing, lovely people each and every evening as we're getting back in the groove of things. Every night but Saturday night. Saturday's off. But I'm going to be spending some time tomorrow. Like I said, I'm still working on the deal with the pistachios. And that's it's going to be very interesting. Some of y'all have a whole lot of pistachios. And so just trying to get all that allocated and properly put together is a little bit of work. But tonight, man, we're going to talk about most black women fit into these categories, right? And we're going to add a bunch of videos. Y'all know usually I pull out a bunch of videos of scrapping and fighting, and I'm going to show a couple of them. But it's not all about that. It's actually to the point where I am very sad for some of my brethren, right? Right. I'm sad for the state of affairs that is out there. And this has been a back to black week, I guess, because, as we're getting back in the den, been talking about black stuff all week. But there's a reason. There's absolutely a reason as to why that's been going on. But we'll deep dive into that. And that video, they talking about Cam and Mano. Very interesting, right? Because there's been plenty of stream videos I've done that, that don't get, I mean, they really don't, they might get 200-300 views. That's what they average around in the stream videos. Shorter videos, yeah. But for some reason, that video has gotten decent traction, right? Again, probably a popular topic. But I also think there are some other reasons as to why. And I'm going to get into that in just a second. But let's see who we have joining us, right? And let's talk about some things. All right. The lovely Miss Sarah Lou joining us this evening. The lovely Miss K Grace in the building tonight. Baker Man, what's the motherfucking deal? Good to see you. John, my favorite New Yorker. Excellent video, man. Go ahead and check it out. John is doing a series, taking questions. You got to go check it out. I'm not going to ruin it. I'm just going to let you go watch it. But you definitely got to go check it out. It's good stuff. Shout out to John for being John, man. Schmicky. Good to see you. Glad you could join us this evening. Let's see. Sean A. Always good to see you, my brother. Let's see. Miss Bell. We're going to do something about that name. I wish the YouTube was like the Discord. We could just change names up all the time. We sure should never know who was who. But because I changed Miss Bell's name to Miss Bell Northern Style. But good to see you, Miss Bell. Hope all is well. Delta Echo Golf. Roger 10-4. I don't know the lingo. It's just what I think about. Or Tiger Woods or something. Good to see you. Travis, what's the motherfucking deal? 17. What's the motherfucking deal? The protege in the building. Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. Like I said, so you saw I put 3 chicks on the thumbnail. If you looked at the thumbnail, sometimes people do, sometimes people don't. Lizzo, Ketanji Brown Jackson and Jada, right? Real popular chicks. I mean, in the last couple of weeks, I said, why not, right? These are popular women right now. One likes to put a bare naked ass on plane seats, right? And I'm going to talk about that. Like, I'm going to talk about Lizzo for a little bit, and just not just because she's plus size. That's not really. That has nothing to do with it. She's just trashy, right? And that's, we'll get to that. And like I say, each one of these three women kind of fit one of the particular categories that I'm saying. And of course, there are more, and there are exceptions to the rule and all that. But the majority, that's what I said, most, not all. I'm not all police. What do they call it? Naxatol, something. There's a fucking acronym for the shit because people say not all so goddamn much. So whatever. But we're going to get into these things, but I want to say the video that I did with Cam, about Cam and Mano, right? And I said it's kind of getting a little bit more traction than usual. It's hate watch, right? It's being hate watched, and that's what it is. And it's being hate watched. Well, there's some love and some hate, but it's being hate watched by black women, and dudes are coming in and being like, hey, you know what? I agree with Cam, and I've seen a couple of new subscribers from it. Cool. Seen some angry women in the comments, or whatever. And it's super funny, right? Because my thing on that is, one, you would think usually dudes are more into football than chicks, right? And all these chicks keep coming out saying the same thing. Oh, you got 7 kids, right? Like, I didn't know that. Well, I don't care. Like I said, as long as those kids are not hurting and he's doing what he's supposed to do as far as, his responsibility and make sure they're all right. Like, I don't give a shit. This motherfucker's got one kid that ain't fucking taking care of it and stay in the same fucking house with the motherfucker, right? Like, so, he's got, I think they said he had 4 with one chick or something. Somebody came in there and made like a lengthy comment and that she was a stripper and now she's a stay-at-home mom or something. Cool. Maybe it was good. Maybe it was worth it. So, the majority of them are with one. I would like to think that all those are probably doing all right. And I don't know the situation with the rest of them, but it's just so funny how people can find out so much about people that they generally probably wouldn't have any interest in, right? When you're looking to slander them because they're saying something you don't like. And I'm not excluding myself because I do the same thing. When we come up with a topic about a character, somebody, puts himself out there, you got to do a little research on him. You're like, hey, I don't like this about him. I don't like that about him. I'm going to make sure I bring that up to, add some bias to my perspective because it doesn't change anything, depending on what the topic is. But so, all of this, talk about him having a bunch of kids with multiple women. And a lot of women like to bring this up. But why? He's a bad person. Even though he's taking care of his kid, like this is the crazy shit, right? He's a bad person for taking care of all of his kids with his multiple women. He's not good for this. I don't think in the interview he said anything about marriage. Maybe I missed it. He talked about being raised in a traditional household, but I don't think he talked about the woman he was talking about. Was just she. This is what she needs for marriage. Like I don't think he talked about that. So people, how you gonna talk about marriage? And how black women gonna talk about marriage? That's like the least married group of motherfuckers in the entire existence of history. So it's like. Anyway, I'm not here to bash too much, not yet at least. So why is he bad for having kids with multiple women, right? And taking care of them. But when you talk about a woman who done got knocked up by Pookie, Ray Ray, Lil J, Bebop, Rocksteady, shit, and Master Splinter, all of them niggas were bad. It was all their fault because they didn't stick around, right? It's not her fault because she opened her pussy up to the whole Foot Clan. It's their fault, right? For running it. Look, a man's nature is to hunt, right? And when you hunt, if you're successful, you eat. You enjoy the spoils of the hunt, right? The spoils of war, whatever you want to call it. Let's be honest. When it comes down to it, Men are the aggressors generally. Men are the ones who have to pursue the women generally. Usually if a woman's pursuing you, it could be questionable. You got to be careful, or she's probably from Dallas. But, my thing is you have to apply the standard across the board, right? If Cam is a bad guy for having multiple kids, even though they're taken care of, then why are these women who have, a fucking laundry list of dudes and kids, why is it not okay to bring that up? Because like I said, it's a double standard. Like I said, we in here, we talk about women having, we talk about dudes who don't take care of their kids, they're a piece of shit. I'm not going to knock a father who takes care of his kids. I don't care if he got 102 kids. If he's taking care of them, how can you fault him for that, right? He may not be able to spend time, but he may get you've got 102, he might get 3 days with each of them. But, as long as they are in the situations they need to be and, they can come to dad when they need whatever they need, I'm not going to fault that man for doing what he does. I don't see that. But like I said, we talked about this, and I find it interesting because that's the go-to a lot of these chicks use. When they got friends, multiple friends, who either have some mama's babies, daddy's maybes, if they are, in a relationship. You have, like I said, the multiples, but again, it's always the man's fault. It's always the man's fault, no matter what. And this is what I say about black women, and this is the Jada category. Because this is what I saw so much from that is that black women will champion anything that absolves them of responsibility, right? Anything that puts the blame on anybody but them, the responsibility for the problem on anybody but them, they will champion it. I showed y'all the Sheena Arnold thing, and I'm talking about how black women, and it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate because, niggas, you nothing in these chicks, you got to own up to that. But the current situation is, what is it like? 70% of black households are headed by women, or they're single moms, right? And so if that's who's doing the majority of the raising, then you have a heavy presence in this emasculation. But then, they'll go listen to the people with structurally weak wrists say that emasculation is not a real thing. Again, to you, it's not going to be real because you are it. They'll listen to some dude with a wig on and some makeup say all this, and this, talk about, black men in a crazy way, straight black men. When I say black men, I'm referring to straight black men. I'm not referring to others, and people can feel however you want to feel about it. I told you we don't have any allies. The gays hate you, even though, I guess they want you and they hate you. I don't know how that works. The women hate you, even though the gays want to replace them, they'll go champion them. And then the robots in disguise, well, shit, nobody knows what they want, right? Nobody has any idea what they got going on. Right? I don't even think they know. Right, it's always on the move, but they love this. It's a crazy thing to me, and I don't understand it because and it could be a thing across the board. Maybe I'm only focusing on black women because that's what I deal with, and I'm a little black myself, a little bit. Maybe you can see it. I don't know. Wearing a black hat and a black shirt and black socks and black shorts and black slippers. So, hey, I'm a little black. But again, like I say, anything that absolves them of responsibility in any situation, even if it's a situation that they were in, that they caused, they love it. Again, that's the main ones out here running around talking about, oh, well, it's the slavery, even though niggas is rich all over the place. Slavery is why I'm not being successful. This is why I didn't do this. It's that man's fault that, I had a bunch of kids. Look, if you deal with that dude after the first one and, he wasn't acting right at first and you had multiple with him, that's a you issue. It's fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. You're just not going to fool me again, I'll tell you that. But like I say, there's just this lack of responsibility. But then at the same time, black girl magic, black excellence, Black Lives Matter, whatever else you want to call it. The forefront of this, we're all powerful. We're the mother of the earth. Well, powerful beings. You know what power is? Power is responsibility, right? But to claim to be such powerful beings and just magic and melanated and all this stuff, these are the least accountable, powerful beings I've ever seen in my life, right? Like, with great power comes great responsibility, not with black women. They want the great power, but no accountability, no responsibility. Let all that fall on the black man. It's his fault for whatever reason, right? Even though you got more black women that are single mothers than you have black men that have kids. Right. So again, it's a crazy situation and I don't understand it, but it is what it is. Like I said, that's the Jadas of the world, ones who want the glory, but none of the responsibility. And they're toxic and they're demanding, demeaning, and can be overbearing. There's some new video that came out and I haven't seen it. I've seen a couple of people talking about it with Will. And I probably, maybe we'll pull it up here or something. Saying some crazy shit. I mean, some crazy shit. And basically almost harassing the man. Like, I think she's trying to drive him to divorce, right? Yes, I agree. AB, what's the motherfucking deal? And I got your message. I'm not annoyed. I haven't had time to really sit down and do my due diligence on my behalf, but we're going to definitely make that happen. But that's my thing. Wink, what's the motherfucking deal? Heidi, Dan obliterated you yesterday. And it was hilarious. Bell Northern Star. Oh, I love it. But my thing is like I said, is that, you know, she's in there fucking with him. Like, after all this shit that this man is going through, right? Like, just everything that is happening to him, the way he's getting, and he did it to himself. Like, I'm not going to absolve him of any responsibility. We're not going to play the same game that they play. He did it to himself. He made the decision. You know what I'm saying? Because he could have looked at her and said, hey, shit was funny. It is what it is. Let her sit there and pout and, you know, rub her head, make her feel good, and then, you know, go on about the way. But he didn't do that. He tried to crank up his pimp hand. And he ain't never used before. And he just did this weird thing. I don't even know what that was. That looked like a old club and rip move. You know, I don't know what he was fucking doing. But anyway, so that's on him. Like, there's no forgiving him for that, but he's going through it now, right? Like, we can acknowledge that he did something stupid as hell. He's paying his dues for it. And, you know, when you go through that, you have to, you know, I mean, you're dealing with human beings. You're dealing with some shit. You're dealing with some emotions. You're dealing with whatever. This is something new to him. Will's so used to being the good guy all the time. This is the first time he's been looked at as the bad guy, you know, by men. Women, you protect your black women, and the black woman goes, I don't need no protection. Like, she didn't champion her husband in any way, form, or fashion. Like, it's like this. If I ride with you, if I'm down with you, and we get into a situation, right or wrong, we got to handle that situation together, right? Like, period. If I'm kicking it with you, we go to the club or something, a fight break out, you started, you got drunk, you talking some shit, and woo. Hey, look, we gonna ride. We got to make it home. You know what I'm saying? I came with you, we leaving together. That's how it's going. That's how we rocking. So, and then on the way home, my nigga, you trip and you didn't, you know, and you gonna get the business on the way in. You know, like, that's just how it's gonna go. But instead, she basically, you know, left him out on an island and has let him absorb all this heat of all this bullshit, and didn't champion his cause in any way from at least try to make him look good. Like, whatever y'all got to deal with at home, y'all deal with. But she didn't do any of that. She's a piece of shit. Like, she's a real piece of shit. And nobody wants to, like I said, women don't want to acknowledge that. Like I said, a man does one thing. It could be a black dude and be bright all his life, have a wife. He could be married to a black chick for 15 years, right? They divorce, doesn't work out, and say he's a celebrity, he goes and marries a white girl. He's the worst motherfucker that ever walked the planet to a black woman. Flip the script. Well, she's a queen. She's that, yeah, you go get it, girl. Y'all saw the little thing I showed y'all yesterday. I know too. I'm gonna ask Serena and I can't even think of it. I'm gonna ask Serena and Eve. You're gonna go take life advice from Serena Williams and Eve. You know why Serena Williams is in the position she's in? Because of the movie she just fucking made that Will Smith just won an award for about her fucking father, a black man. But we don't want to acknowledge that, right? Nobody wants to talk about that. Again, like I said, it's baffling to me. And I don't feel bad for him because, like I said, that's the bed he made, and so he has to lay in it. But as a wife, you're supposed to be soothing. You're supposed to be a place that you can come to for comfort. Like you're supposed to be able to be there, rub his back, do something like to ease the burden that he's dealing with. But she's not doing that. She's piling on it, recording him and fucking with him and doing all this other shit. While all this other shit is going on, she's the fucking problem. And then she's exaggerating. She's adding on to it, agitating the situation. And you still got motherfuckers talking about, oh, she's a good woman. She's a piece of shit. And she's a fucking predator, right? Who was it? Miss Grace was talking about a video of August in the Discord. And let's just say, I'm not going to use the word she used, but let's just say, obviously he's not the sharpest tool in the shed, right? And a lot of these motherfuckers in the entertainment industry, I hate that we put them on these photos. A lot of them are stupid as shit. Like a lot of them are dumb, right? But for some reason we prop them up. And Jada knew that. She's crafty. She's savvy. She took advantage of that young man, right? That's why he's writing books and crying and making music about it, and doing all this crazy stuff. But it's just an entanglement. We throw this little word out there, you know what I'm saying? It's funny and move on. And Will done the same thing. They be trying to arrest him. They be trying to throw him away. They be trying to put him in fucking jail, right? And at no point did she ever do anything good. Oh, you found out? Like, all right, I got them. Yeah, they on the web. I'm gonna put them on a link. They're hard to see though. They fucking. I got my high school highlights on the thing. They are hard. Actually, I found the DVD that tells you what you need to know right there. The DVD the other day, and like you need some digital remastering on that shit. But anyway, yeah, that shit is bad. That shit was recorded on a fucking tomato. But like I said, so you have the Jadas of the world. And there's a lot of Jadas, and there's a lot of married black women that are Jadas, right? That have, what do they call it? Not browbeating. And it's not cucking them, but it's just, it's almost like they marry the man and then he becomes their enemy, right? Because you got a lot of women out here who say this thing, and I see this a lot on the Black Twitter. Black Twitter's like the worst place ever because you got a bunch of idiots who ain't never been, never done, talking about some shit. But, they want the protection, the admiration, financial security, all of these things. But then his term always comes up, when he's like, hey, well, you shouldn't do this or shouldn't do this. Well, you don't own me. Yeah, well, nobody ever talked about owning. Nobody called you a slave. I think women, they like when somebody still correlate this slavery thing a lot. Nobody called you a slave. Nobody says he's on you. But when you become into a mutual partnership, there's certain things you cut out. You don't, out of respect. But black women don't respect themselves. So of course they're not going to respect somebody else. You say, Honcho, you're just, you're just saying stuff. I wish I could find this one. I was looking for it all last night and I couldn't find them. I am going to show a couple of videos because to kind of tie into what I'm talking about, right? So, make sure I ain't got it. Did he black me out on the top part for whatever reason? And like I say, when you don't respect yourself, you're not going to be able to respect your partner, right? Let me show y'all a couple of things. And I want y'all to think what would happen if the situation, these roles were reversed in whatever fashion, right? Check me out. Oh, I'm in the wrong thing. Okay, let me switch it up. All right. What the fuck happened to me? Oh, let's put that on. I show a lot of crazy videos, and the videos could be, whatever. So there's that. I'm trying to figure out what happened to my fucking background and shit. Let me do this. So while y'all read this thing, but I'm going to show you some stuff, right? And it's really sad. Okay. Like I'm fixing the fucking stream as I'm talking. Don't mind me. It's really sad, right? Because I had all this stuff set up. I'm like, what happened to my fucking shit? Oh, anyway, let me put myself out here. Give me 10 seconds. Oh, there we go. Bow. Bing, bow. Bada boom, bada betty boop. And there's been this thing going on my fucking mouse. And all right, we good. All right, warning. So some of the stuff I'm going to show you may be a little, I wouldn't call it traumatic. I wouldn't call it none of that, but we're just going to see. Let me just put myself in a corner here. Do 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 do. Like you do it when you at home in the mirror. Work. She's so bad I had to follow her to Twitter. Damn, damn. Let me get it bump. Yeah, baby daddy in the club, somebody in trouble. Her home girl people. Her home like you do it when you at home in the mirror. Work. She's. I want y'all to look at that. I want y'all to watch how what's going on here. Why do you think that person maneuvered that young lady like that? Why do you think that young person maneuvered that lady like that? Why do you think that look was like? There's only one of two reasons, right? I don't have much more information than you have. Oh, you know, the kids at the grandma house, 17. The kids are definitely at the grandma's house. One or two things can happen. It's either your sister out there, yeah, I agree, out there embarrassing herself, or that's a significant other, and this bitch is out here acting stupid for some goddamn attention. Sub 335. And again, no shame, because again, I keep telling you, black women, all they know how to do is twerk and eat tacos. Y'all think I'll be joking? I'll be dead fucking serious. I'll be joking, but I be serious, right? You're like, what the fuck are you talking about, Honcho? This makes no sense. How are you joking and you're serious? Boop, cha-cha slide. Show you something else, right? These women don't do anything for attention and just without any concern for anything else that's going on. We've seen it. We've happened with the restaurant. Oh, the song came on, they danced on multiple restaurants. The one in Dallas, it was one of the, I think a seafood joint. And people were like, get out, get off the table. Like you're an animal, right? You're an animal. You're a fucking child. Like if you cannot control your instincts in a decent place, that's what animals do. And a fucking dog sees another, just start attacking. Like you can't control your instincts to shake your ass. Like how? Like, you're bottom of the barrel. You're fucking, you're dumpster juice. Like you're trash. There's nothing attractive about that. It's pure trash. Like there's nothing attractive about twerking anymore. Like it's disgusting. It's trashy behavior. And I'm going to show y'all something about twerking in just a second. But again, with disregard for any and everything else, they just must shake their ass. It's a must that they have to shake their ass. I want y'all to pay attention to what the fuck just happened, right? I want y'all to pay attention to what the fuck just happened. Let it run it back. She can pour everything down, right? She's still trying to shake her ass. The men actually get up, help put the shit back. And these don't even look like all black men. They look like a black DJ. But these look like other races of men. Get up and actually help. And this bitch just walks off. This bitch walks off, does nothing. Takes no responsibility. Like, you would think a decent person, like, even if I bump something off the aisle in the store, you pick it up, right? Like, I can leave it. Let a fucking work girl get it. Fucking, I don't want this can of soup. I'm not buying it. This bitch just casually strolls off, right? Like she didn't just fuck up the whole party. Like, just strolls off. Like, again, no responsibility. Like, just have, again. Now, what I'm going to show you now, this is what you need. This is what I need the graphic warning for. Like, be prepared. Be prepared. Some of you may want to avert your eyes. It's not going to be pretty. I showed this in the Discord last night. So if you've seen it in the Discord last night, you know where I'm going to go with this. But again, this right here, and when I talk about the double standard with women, this is why they get handled with kid gloves. Because if a man did this action, if a man did this current action, I'm warning you, Heidi, I warned you fair and square. If a man did this current action, he'd be in jail. right? If you reverse the roles of everybody involved in this next video, flip the sexes. We're not making them transgenders, just flip the sexes. They're biologicals, no surgeries involved, just flip the sexes and all the next thing. And I just want y'all to tell me what you would think would happen. Now, of course, I can't show that other video. But now just watch. This is vomit inducing. Oh damn, what the fuck? Oh. Man is eating there with his kids. Looks like either his wife or mom. You got another man over there with his kids. This is what's up. This is cool. One, walking out in public like this. And this is not like a one-off. I told you go to Walmart, you're going to see this. You go to HEB, you're going to see this. One, it's not a nice body to do. Like, if you were like built like, you were fine. I'd be like, oh, I can forgive you this one time. But, let's just say, we can honestly say she probably doesn't hit the gym very often, right? Probably doesn't get the gym very often. I think if we made a bet on that we could agree on that. But my thing is, say you flip the script. Say if I went into, I don't know what that, it looks like a fucking Freddy's Steak Burgers or something. Say I went into a place and it was a couple of women and their children sitting there. And I started jingling my junk. Hey, baby, you like that? Hey, the Elvis. Hunka, burning love. You like that? I'm going to jail. I'm going to be on fucking the news. I'm going to jail. I don't need any fucking body following me with a camera to try to get some fucking clout. I'm going to jail, right? Like, it's a wrap, right? It's a wrap for me. Any fella in here who do that, going to jail, right? Double standard. Kid gloves. Allowed to do this stupid shit, and nobody says or does anything. Nobody says or does anything. But yet, most oppressed. We're the most hated group. We're the most hated group. Why? Because y'all encourage doing shit like this. Y'all encourage just doing shit like this. No, I don't hate anybody. I don't hate anybody. I detest despicable behaviors, right? I detest people who go out and do shit like this, one, for attention. I'm gonna be careful with the word because, but there's a 3-letter word, starts with F, right? I think y'all know what it means. Shout out to Dan, the motherfucking man with the plan. Let me switch myself. Why does this? Oh, I wonder why I was doing that. Cut that off. I'm gonna cut the TV on again. I'm back. It's not. No, I don't hate anybody. I don't hate anything. Like, I don't walk around with hate in my heart. Right? I do not. All I do is just discuss why these behaviors are detrimental to their well-being. Right? That's it. But like I said, there's a 3-letter word. Starts with F. You figure out the rest. And I think Black women are the biggest of this in the world. And you say, well, that's a term that's usually applied to gay men. I don't think all gay men are this word, right? I think the flamboyant ones, I think it's a flamboyant, people who are flamboyant are this particular word that I like to use all the time, but we know what goes on. Like, I think Black women are the biggest D's on the planet because they're the most attention-seeking people without the merit. Like, do something amazing, accomplish something great, awesome. You deserve the attention, you deserve the respect, you deserve to be presented with accolades. But for waking up and existing, go and put some fucking multicolored hair in your head. Oh my God. Did I post the Popeyes nails? I didn't share the Popeye's nails picture with you, did I? No, I did not. Oh, well, no better time than now. In doing these outrageous things that have no substance and then wanting to be validated for it. That's what F's do, right? That's what those do. Flamboyant, loud, obnoxious people. Same way South Park called it, right? Those people do stuff just for attention. And when you do things for attention, again, with no merit, no substance, no purpose, you're useless. And again, this is coming from a man that I love black women. I love them. Certain ones, right? Like, and again, unfortunately, very small percentage. Why is it that we're the only group that has to use natural? Like, why is it that black women wear their hair normally? That's when it's called natural. I still haven't figured that out. Like, this is the shit that comes out of your head. You just say your hair, right? That's like saying, oh, well, this is non-GMO food. Like, we shouldn't be identifying non-GMO food. We shouldn't be identifying organic foods. We should be identifying the GMO shit. Like, this is GMO. Like, that's where the label should go. Like, we shouldn't have to say, oh, a label for normal stuff, because the limperists already try to, normal straight people. Oh, there's just somethings. No, it's not how it works. Not how it works at all. Hey, I need to try something. Somebody type show me in the chat. Just show me in the chat. The word show and me. And maybe you get you some chicken fingers. This is another, I guess chicken fingers. I guess this is literally chicken fingers, right? Yeah, and that's my deal. Like, don't nobody owe you nothing. And nobody owes you anything. Yay, I didn't even know that was a thing. Yes, 17. Did it not do it? Okay, I gotta, I know why. I know. Boop, chicken. Boop, chicken head. My stupid ass didn't even have this thing up. So while I'm doing that shouldn't even be a thing. Oh, hold on, let me see. Oh. All right, so never mind. I didn't even have it set up. I thought I did. I just had the other little thing set up. Okay, while I'm fucking stuff up in the back. Like I said, I've been doing so much shit, I forgot to fully even set that shit up. So anyway, but like I said, so wanting attention for the just low brow, low barrel shit, right? And this is, I guess I should say, I'm in the second section of woman. I'm talking about the Lizzos of the world, right? And it's not because Lizzo's big. It's because Lizzo is trashy and wants to be idolized. Trashy people don't get idolized. You again, when you do things that anybody can do, there's no merit to it. Like if people had a lack of self-esteem, like anybody go put some fucking Daisy Dukes on and go walk around and hope somebody says something. And then when somebody says, hey, you look like shit. This is racism and it's fat phobia and no, you're just trashy. Like your behavior is trashy. And it's like when you tell certain people this, it's like they can't disconnect their actions from themselves, the individual, right? And that's the real problem. Like I'm talking about, and I'm always speaking about, bad behaviors, right? I don't even know what this thing is. No, let's do this. I think I'm gonna fuck something up when I do this, but I think I had something else set up to it, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure something's gonna fuck up. We'll find out. But like I said, it's a situation where when you talk about bad behaviors, when you talk about people who do things that are detrimental to their well-being, and yes, people are going to talk about it. Like you don't get to just do whatever. And I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You don't get to do whatever and then just think nobody's going to say anything. It's just not how it works, man. It's just not how it works. Somebody's going to always say something about your terrible, terrible actions. Okay. Oh, we got us a dislike. Hold up, baby. Hey, I gotta pardon me because I'm figuring something. I don't know what it is I'm figuring out, but I'm finna do it. Let's see. Oh, okay. So anyway, like I said, just it's very sad. It's disgusting. But again, when you say something about it, you're the bad guy for calling out a person, basically embarrassing themselves, making themselves look less than just to get some attention. All right, there we go. I think it should be working now. All right, yeah. Somebody type show me and let's see what happens. I think it should work now. But all right, let me take out this chicken shit. But so that's why Lizzo's there. She's the representative of trashiness, but wants to be classy. She is, of all the women I'm going to discuss, of the type of women, she's the bottom of the barrel, right? Because again, she puts the minimal effort in, right? But again, wants to be praised. These are the ones who don't want to cook, don't want to clean, don't want to do anything, but want to be a kept woman. Like, what is the purpose of keeping someone who does nothing, right? And I mean, you're going to keep someone who does nothing, at least keep someone who tries to keep themselves up. That's what you like. What I say is there's no more trophy wives. They're participation trophy wives. Like that's what it is. Yeah. And I agree, man. I agree. And it's, yeah, I mean, if you proportion, I always say it's proportional. Like, I ain't got no problem with a big girl. Like, as long as you're proportionate, we can make it work. But if you are all gut, no butt, and some other stuff, just not, I can't do it. Like, you got to know, if you walking around here looking like Danny DeVito's penguin, you're not going to be the most sought after. But y'all have watched enough KS to see that those be the main ones mad. Like you can be as mad as the fuck you want to be. The world's not going to change. You're not going to shift the thinking of, 3 billion people. Because what is, no, let me fix that. There's about what? 7 billion people on Earth? I know what I did. Hold on, that was one because I isolated all my, all the sounds to try to do shit, and I took off the basic sound. That's why. Okay. Shout out to Dan the Man, I appreciate the super chat. Love says, only thing Lizzo is keeping high blood pressure. Stop enabling this shit, people. That's what I'm saying. What did somebody say? She put mustard on Oreos? Somebody was talking about that. There was a video of her putting mustard, like taking the cream off the Oreo and putting the mustard on. It's like, you're doing fat shit. That's fucking disgusting. That's disgusting. That's nasty. You know what I'm saying? That's nasty. You know what happened to that doctor? Now, he's back overseas. You know what I'm saying? He's back overseas. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Cardi, I think you should. I think you should speak on, like, wait, this is the thing. And I'm not holding no black man back. See, that's the thing. Like, black women, they take it personal. Again, but y'all are the most exalted in this country. And you can't say anything negative about it. We bash niggas all the time. I went in on Mano. I said he was fucking whack. He was dumb as shit. I'd never do that. I had no respect for him. The other dude who was on the ground, like, I have no problem talking about a man who's doing a fit ass thing. But you cannot say the same for black women. If, like I showed y'all in the thing, what about isms? What about? Let's talk about it. I'm gonna open up the line a little bit, Miss Cartier. I would love to hear your voice. It's been a long time. I would love to speak to you, Miss Cartier. I always enjoy our conversation when we have the chance. So if you feel compelled that way, I'll open up the line here shortly and we can discuss whatever you like. As a matter of fact, I didn't watch all of it, but I found out what the Benzino thing was about because you made it. And as soon as you said Benzino, I said Benzino was whack. Like, I didn't go try to cape for him. Whoa, I didn't come up with any excuses for him. You know what I'm saying? Benzino's he's a whack dude. He's doing whack behaviors, and he's fucking with the transistors, right? Him, Young Buck, all these crazy cats. I just found out the other day that Mace was in the Range Rover with the boy. I didn't know that. Like, it's a lot of niggas with a lot of suspect, questionable, despicable behaviors. You never sit here and see me talk about having respect for a man that doesn't take care of his kids. That's the lowest of the low. Like, that's something I could never have a child and not take care of it, not be a part of his life. I don't care what the baby mama got going on. I'd off the baby mama. If it got that bad, if I had a baby mama that was that problematic, she'd be missing and I'd be with my kid. Or I'd be in court. So, like, there is no issue talking about anything that a man does. Like, you've never seen me say, oh, well, what about black women? It's like, we're going to talk about this nigga. And then when we done talking about this nigga, we're going to talk about whoever else, whatever else. I don't understand why that's a thing. And it's a woman thing, but especially to me, it's a black woman thing. Like, a black woman don't want to hear any iota of anything that's not 100% positive when there's the most disrespectful, despicable shit going on. But like I said, if you want to talk about it, let's talk about it. Like, I am more than willing to have a discussion. We can talk about whoever, whatever you want to. Like I say, there's nothing is off limits, right? Well, I guess so. YouTube, something's off limits. We can take it to the OnlyFans. I got OnlyFans. I can reactivate that motherfucker. It ain't that kind of OnlyFans, but if you want to talk about that, we can talk about that. There's no shame. But getting back to it, like I said, you can't sit here and say you're 100% okay with what Lizzo does with herself and then she gets upset with it. Let's be honest. The chick walks around in public in drawers, basically. Anybody who does that is going to get talked about. Anybody. You know what I'm saying? But again, men aren't afforded. Like, if I could be, I can't because of whatever, but summertime's coming, people, going with family. I'd probably be a nudist. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna lose just a little bit because I'd be embarrassed. I still got a little pooch here. You know what I'm saying? But I'd probably be like, I believe in being carefree and enjoying yourself with respect to the rules of society, with respect to the standards of society. There's certain things that are appropriate and certain things that are not. Say, Lizzo basically walks around and does the exact same shit that chick just did. The shit that chick just did that I just showed you with their family sitting there eating, that's what she does. When she went into the LA Staples Center, the Lakers, probably one of the biggest, if not basically the Dallas Cowboys of basketball, everybody and their mama on TV watch, like, you ain't got no shame. You in there with your ass out like you got some Prince jeans. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would be different if that would have been your concert and you wearing whatever the fuck you want, people coming to see you for that. Ooh, awesome. Do what you do. Entertain the people. Give them the Janet Jackson. Give them all that shit. But you're in a public place with people and their kids. They can't even come see a basketball game. Not your ass out. But we sit there and say, that's okay. You're judging just because you ain't got shit to do with her being fat. It could have been anybody. It could have been Rihanna or anybody could have went up in that motherfucker like that. I'm not saying the same shit. She just happens to be big. But guess what? The majority of black women are big. Majority of black men are big. Like, I'm big. That's why I get to say all this stuff, because I got fat privilege. You know what I'm saying? I got about 2 months before I can't talk this shit no more because I'm knocking this shit off because I woke up one day and I told you I was, beginning of March? I was 297 fucking pounds. 297 fucking pounds. 300 fucking pounds. 300 pounds. All honcho, baby. You know what I'm saying? 31 down. Month and a half, 31 down. By the end of this next, come on, I'm going to be, before summer's over with, I'll be 220, 215-ish. Right? Like, won't be stopped, like, because I put my mind to it. I wide up, I got in the mirror, I looked at myself, butt ass naked, and I was disgusted. Right? And I can say this about myself. Right? So why can't other people look and say, you know what? This is not appealing. This is not attractive. This is not, what it is what it is. I'm not happy with myself. I feel it in my knees. I can feel it in my joints. I can feel so I know I can speak from a place of knowing this shit don't feel good. Mace, when Pimp said that in the car with the boy, it was Mace in Atlanta. I didn't know that. That's what I'm saying. Like you. And here's the thing. Like there's always this double standard. Well, women gotta look this way to please men. You don't think that's why men work out? You don't think that's why men like hit the gym? Like, yeah, it's one thing to want to be strong, but you don't think men hit the gym because they want to be more attractive to the opposite sex? Like women act like it's just them. Well, we got to maintain this ridiculous standard of beauty. No, the fuck you don't. You can do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes this motherfucker got unique looks about him. Look, I don't even like skinny chicks. Like, I don't like skinny chicks. I'd prefer a proportionate big girl over a skinny chick. Well, ain't nothing I can work with. I got big hands. I need to look. I'm trying to fill these motherfuckers up with something. So it's like all these things that get said, and I think there's a significant proportion, a significant amount of men who would agree, but not every man. There's gonna be some dudes that's just got to be slim, trim, and fit to the brim or whatever. And I'm cool with that too. Like everybody's allowed their preferences. Here's the thing: you never, ever, ever. We've had conversations in here on the Discord. And we've talked about, we had the BBW company. The Den was built on the backs of BBWs. Like when the Den first started, that's all we talked about, BBWs and robo-hoes. We've had conversations about BBWs in Discord multiple times. And niggas like, yeah, she looked good or she looked fine. Or, that's a little too much. I've never seen women, and again, maybe I'm not privy to it. Maybe I'll do it. I don't know. But you don't see women, and this is in public because we had these conversations in front of y'all. We ain't hiding nothing from y'all. But I've never seen women say, "Oh, that's all these fat dudes right here. Yeah, that's a good one. He's a little lumpy." Like even the fat girl. Who was it? Might have been AB. Might have been Trill who shared that a while back. They did the interviews with all these obese women, big San Antonio women, and every last one somebody. Oh, my man he got to be in shape. I can't be seen with a fat man in public, or I can. Bitch, you are morbidly obese. And in your mind, you deserve a six pack. Like this is the delusion that we're talking about. Like, again, they talk about, like I showed you the other thing where they talk about the chicks, like, well, do you talk to your homegirls about losing weight to find better dating prospects? And I'd never do that. Not for no man. A man ain't the problem. Men do it all the time. Men got workout partners. Hey, man, are you slacking? You ain't hit the gym? Kenneth got on me the other day. Because I went to go eat some soul food last Sunday. He's like, man, you want to eat that? Little Kenneth, like, that's what men do. You know what I'm saying? And so my deal is like, but that's my thing. And that's what we're saying. It's not demeaning anybody. I'm demeaning behaviors. Never said Lizzo, she's a stupid fucking bitch, is black monkey or something. I ain't never said no shit like that. I've always talked about her behavior is disgusting. The dudes were out in the park, two black men playing I think one was playing the cello or something, and the other one was on the saxophone. This bitch come in here working and doing all this shit, dressed like it's tacky. It's disrespectful. It's disgusting. But yet, if I talk about it, I'm the bad guy. I'm not shaking my junk in nobody's face. I'm not putting my gut on, hey, baby. And I'm not doing any of that. I get my ass where I need to go and get out. I'm like, these clothes don't fit as well as they used to. I don't like it. I need to do something about it. Right? I'm not trying to change the woman. Well, y'all better like, everybody's not liking fat, middle-aged black guys, and I don't like it. The world is these double standards of beauty. Like, nobody's saying that. You deal with it and you rock with who you rock with. Like, we just, again, like I said, I'm over the line. Like I said, I would love to talk to Miss Cartier and whoever else wants to talk. But again, all I'm saying is this. So you got the Lizzos of the world. You got a bunch of Lizzos, because let's be honest, like I said, what is it? 80% of black women are overweight, and then a good chunk of that is obese. And like I said, men ain't far behind. What is it? I think black men 65, 70%. I think it was black women, white men, black men, and then white women last time I checked. And again, everybody in America is fucking fat. Like, so it is what it's like, sitting here and say, oh no, like it's a lie. Everybody's fucking fat as shit. Go outside and count the first 100 people you see, and I guarantee you 60% of them, the 60 of them are going to be larger than average, larger than they would have been in the 90s. I guarantee that. And what happens is you got these women who subscribe to me. Well, black women just built different. Man, black women didn't look like that in the 80s. They didn't look like that in the early 90s. All them bitches coming out of LA, skinny. Nobody want to be models and shit. Like my women didn't look like that. You know what I'm saying? And again, I look at it because I look at my own family, and maybe that's my prejudging. And in my own family, my grandma, when she got old, she got a little chunky. You know what I'm saying? And I got one cousin on my mom's side. I got one cousin who's a little, And then on my dad's side, anyway. So all I'm saying is just like, what starts happening is people want you to start loving them for flaws and for fucking things that they can fix and change, but they rather not. Like, I've only seen this group of women say, well, you need to take me as I am. Or remember the story we talked about a while back? The chick was what did she say? She was like 400 pounds or something, or might have been way bigger than that. She was huge. And talking about the man need to be in the gym and he need to have health insurance. He need to have this and a good job and this and this. And then I'm gonna get in the gym once I get with him because I can lose weight anytime I want to. Well, you haven't shown the ability to do so. So what man is gonna buy into that? Like, again, that's like saying, yeah, the car can run. I'm not gonna crank it up for you, but it runs. Are you gonna buy it? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, you want to test drive this. You want to know that it does the thing that it says it can do. And it'll be talking about, I need a man. It's like, you, again, morbidly obese. These double standards, but nobody wants to talk about that. Men call that out. You're bad for talking about those things. Anyway, let's talk about the last one. And I've been running my mouth again. Let's talk about the last one, and that's Kentaji, the Kentaji types, right? And the Kentaji types, and I agree 100%. I agree 100%, Cartier, because what happens is, we'll talk about it. I want you to call in. Please call in when I open up the line. We need to have another karaoke night too. I was thinking about that the other day because Cartier was killing it. But the Kentaji Brown types, right? These are the agents, the double agents in the community. Right. And these type of women are detrimental to everybody, even their fellow beings. Right. They have no good intentions for black people, black women, anybody. They just happen to be one. Right. Kentaji Brown has no, like, as a black woman, and I've seen so many black women just, we need to give her. It's not about what she said. It's only because she's black. We need to celebrate her. That's the most asinine shit I've ever heard. It's the most asinine shit I've ever heard. Like, just because somebody is a thing that they had no control over, the cosmic entities or whatever you may believe in, decided to, put this person in this sperm collided with this egg and this personality and all this, came out, had no control over any of that shit, happened to be a black person, right? Why are we rewarded for existing? I don't want to be rewarded. Like, I wouldn't want somebody, well, we're going to have a promotion, but they got to be black. Honcho, you're up. Like, don't give me this fucking leftover handicap award. I don't want that shit. You can fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I'd feel so disrespected to accept something like that. That's about the way I feel about, Kamala, even though she's Asian or whatever, she ain't black. Y'all can try to take whatever credit y'all want to. This is like a backhanded ass award. Like, you should feel less than. If you're really proud of your career and the things you did, like, I get it. If you want to be the first, like, I don't want to be the first black shit. Like, I don't want to be first. It means it's already been done. I just did it as a black person, right? Probably been done by the Asians first, then the white people, then I'm pretty sure it's Hispanic, and then the first black, whatever, right? That doesn't mean anything more. Are we not tired of that? Are we not tired of the first black? Because again, even with what's her name, there was already a black woman in the running prior to. Look, got that Lenia little ass. You got to mind your fucking business. But the same guy that y'all celebrating for putting her in blocked her from getting in, right? First black woman, like this is where the caveat, not first black person on the Supreme Court. Now it's first black woman. It's and then we act like, what's his name? Clarence Thomas didn't even matter, right? Because he was conservative. Like, people act like, oh yeah, they just did her so bad. Asking her, what? Oh, buddy went through a way harder. What's his name? And I didn't even believe him. But he's whatchamacallit. I didn't think he deserved some of the shit he got, but I was like, when again, I can't even think of his name, Kavanaugh, right? He went through a way harder process than she did. You had the chick come out and say all this other stuff. And, look, I was a wild young nigga in high school. I understand what was understood. But to come out 40 years later, I don't know what the house was. I don't know where it was, but some things happened. I don't know what happened. But hey, they ran this man through the ringer, right? And then come out, similar situation with the guy who got Ghost Handshaker. You know what I'm saying? That's a magical power. I shake hands with Ghost, fucking Casper. Had a similar situation there, brushes it under the rug. Now, anyway, get back to what we're talking about. Because she's an agent. Like, black women pride themselves on being women, then black, right? It's kind of like the gay blacks or the alphabet blacks. They pride the alphabet first, then the black part. When it's alphabet plus black, not black plus alphabet, right? That's how they prioritize. I mean, we all know this. So the fact that she came out and said, I can't define what a woman is, that should be disrespectful to every black woman who's established a legacy before her, right? The Sojourners, I can't even think of the Maya Angelou's, the fucking Oprahs. No, I can't think of a goddamn Harriet Tubman's, right? They probably want to call her Harriet Tub Woman now, or Harriet Tub MXN. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is where we are in this stupid ass fucking society. Like, but nobody said just because she's black. That's just because she's black, we need to celebrate her. No, why we ain't celebrate Clarence Thomas like that just because he was black? Y'all let that conservative shit override any blackness he had. That was shut that down. Like, let's put these false allegations on him. Like, tried to ruin that man. Tried to ruin a good man. But it is what it is, right? Depending on how you see it, you're going to view it one way or the other. And so what I'm saying is that I told y'all about the chick who talked about all she wanted was an Asian man. Come to find out she got a kid and married with a black dude and got 2 kids. They didn't seen all the shit on the fucking Twitter. Like, there's agents in the community. Not Asians in the community. There's Asians in the community. They own the stores and stuff. But I'm talking about agents, black people. And when I say agent, I'm not saying they directly work for the government, but they're doing the government's bidding. They're doing the bidding of the quote unquote COINTELPRO and all that other bullshit. They're the detriment. These people are the problem, right? But you got groups of people who want to celebrate them just for something that they didn't have any control over. She did have control over having doing what she needed to do, become a judge, and whatever else. I don't care. But whatever she did to get in the position that she was in, no merit for that, just merit for being black in the position, right? It's crazy stuff. It's crazy stuff. It's a crazy logic. Like I said, she's talking about how she don't even know what a woman is. I'm not about it. It's like she's willing to play the role or say whatever needs to be said to get just that last little nudge across the finish line to get in that position. It's a dangerous person with a lifetime appointment. I guarantee that there will be decisions that she makes in the future that are going to be very detrimental to black women. But who knows what a woman is, right? Doesn't matter. And those types are the ones who co-sign the alphabets and, prioritize, the women over men. Like I said, there's no ally for black men. There again, we were like, say, I stand alone, yeah, that shit. I'm not going to get out and go crazy with it. But so that's why I say, that's why most black women fit in these categories, right? These 3 categories. But then there are the others. And women who generally don't assimilate into those categories tend to be good women. And I would like to think that, no, I don't. I say I'm lying. I think what happens, though, is that a lot of these women get jaded. And I talk about how, mainly, black women are raising everybody. I mean, it's not easy. And I'm not dismissing that, right? It's a hard thing to do. To raise a kid alone. It's hard raising with 2 people. So I'm not dismissing the fact of single mother. I was raised by a single mom. Like, my parents divorced when I was 11? Or it was finalized when I was 11. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was like 9. They separated, whatever. So I say all these things, and this is the thing that's super funny, because I say the things I say having been through these experiences, like to speak from these things firsthand. And people want to get mad, try to, criticize and say whatever. If somebody came in, we'll get you a white woman like the Willie D show. Like, what? I pay half attention. I say it all the time. I'm with a black woman. I would date black women. I just like them natural. That's it. And I hate the fact I have to say natural. I just like them as they are. But, you know, and that's why I say there's the lack of understanding. That's like what Cartier said. People get emotional because when people fit into a particular category, they feel attacked. Like when motherfuckers talk about niggas out here with dreads and tattoos, they shooting up, robbing, stealing, doing all this other shit. Do you think I get mad? No. I'm not shooting up anything. I'm not robbing anything. I know I'm not participating in those behaviors. I may have the other attributes, but if I know I'm not engaged in that behavior, I know I'm not associated with that behavior, then why? Because you'll have women who come out the woodworks who say, I don't do any of these things. I don't do any of that stuff, but don't talk about it. You know in your heart it's detrimental, but it's something inside that makes you feel a particular way, like you're getting attacked when somebody speaks on other people's bad behaviors that you don't even participate in. There was a person who used to be a part of the den, I guess no longer, haven't seen him in a long while. Last time I saw him was when we were having a conversation about opening up the door and stuff like that. And the last conversation I think I had with them on stream, they were talking about women who twerk, and they were like, I would never twerk, and my daughter wouldn't twerk, and then the daughter talked about she'd be twerking at the parties. And her friend's a stripper, and she's doing all that. I would never do any of these things. But then why defend that stuff if you know it's not ideal and you know that it's a very small percentage of people get out of that intact, right? Very few, but we'll champion that shit. It is what it is. I'm gonna shut the fuck up for now, right? Let's open up the line. And I have to, let me go back. It's time to look too much from Joe's apartment. Because they know they have those tendencies to hit close to home. I agree. Or they have some type of family member. That's what I think. The men who come to like bat for that, usually it's because they got a sister or a cousin or a mama who engage in those behaviors. They could just, like, black men could never say that, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just like, they feel like they attacking their mama if they say it, or they feel like they attacking their family if they say some shit. Like, it is what it is, man. Yeah, I agree. That's what I'm on, Baker, man. Like, you're a righteous individual. If you stand there, like, and again, I speak on behaviors, right? I can be cool with anybody as long as there's a mutual level of respect. If you don't engage in them stupid ass behaviors around me, you know, I'll tell you, hey, man, I don't think that's ideal for you, but hey, it is what it is, right? They call yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's my whole deal, man. Okay, like, yeah, all the ladies in here, right? I want y'all to be 100. I want y'all to be 100 complete % honest. Would you spend the rest of your life with an obese man? Not slightly overweight, not a little chunky, obese. You want to rock while looking like Lizzo. There's no unconditional relationship. Women who have to say things in the background. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Then we're fat with more humble. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let me see. Make sure, let me slide back, check the chat, make sure I don't miss nothing. All right. What are the racist stuff is, what is racist stuff is Heidi you're talking about? Let me see. Keep it tight, keep it right. Yes. Yeah, that's where I get that from Baker Man. Double standards are the lowest standard. That's what I first heard Baker Man say that. Oh, wow. You know what? See, I already know Infinity coming here hating because it ain't snowing. That's why he hating. Hold on, these people back. Man, look. So all I'm saying, man, is just, yeah, exactly. I got no answer. I don't see not a yay in here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Exactly. AB don't know what a woman is, but chose because she. And that's the crazy shit, right? Like that's the shit that baffles me. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Smicky. You know what I'm saying? What? This a goons only? Who said that? That's terrible. I'm pretty sure a lot of them said it. That's what I'm saying. Again. All right, give me a second. Let me open up the Lizon, not the Lizzo. Oh. Before I do, I like this little beat. Hey. I think I had something I wanted to show y'all. I got two things I'm gonna show y'all. I got some violence. I'm not gonna get into it. I may save it. Maybe put it in the background. Take some calls. I got a couple of videos I cannot show because this is the thing when females fight. It's always like the random titty occurrence. But I got some shit that, like I said, I'll show y'all. This is why I say, like, maybe because I'm indoctrinating myself, all the shit I watch or something. But it shouldn't be so readily available. There's so much shit. Every day is something new. I'm gonna show y'all a couple of things real quick. I got another disgusting twerking vid. You know, and I know this was definitely gonna get Heidi excited. So, enjoy. This is how I feel all twerking is, though. What I'm going to show you right now is how I view all twerking at this point. Especially Heidi's twerking. But you see what's happening, right? Because he's like barely paying attention. And this is what they do in public. Like if the dudes are not paying attention, they try to go harder and harder over the top. They so desperate for it. Like the chick I just showed y'all on the truck, right? The chick who just went in there with somebody while they with their family, just definitely trying to put it all in your face. I told you about the video. I was trying my best to find it. The dude was in the hookah lounge trying to enjoy his hookah. Back that ass up comes on. All the bitches start shaking their ass. The waitress, some chick, some random chick, she all on the couch, sliding off the couch and put her foot all on the man. He's like, ugh. It's like, I'd have slapped that bitch. Like, straight up. Like, hey, look, do what you do. And this your fucking dirty foot hit me, and I don't know you. We got a problem. Like, get some sense about yourself. Like, I'm over here in my own little section, minding my business. There's no way some fucking stranger's foot should be there. I take this as assault. That bitch gonna catch a backhand. Pimp hand strong. But anyway, that's talent though. She down on one elbow. Hey, that's gonna be the new move right there. All right, that right there. But let me show y'all something else real quick. I want y'all to see. I want y'all to listen to this. Right. I want y'all to listen to this story. And this is the game that goofy women play, right? Because when women listen to other women and take relationship advice from other women, this is what happens. Dudes be trying to tell y'all straight up, especially for the single ladies, what dudes want. Like, y'all be wanting to hear, well, this is what I want, but never take the time to think about what would my ideal significant other want from me. It's never that. Nobody ever thinks about that. Like, here's a real technique that I learned. And actually, I learned it from some dude I was following on one of these platforms. No, it was actually from a book I read. And what he said is what he did when he found his eye. He was a Christian dude. And he was like, I wrote down the things that I wanted in my mate. And I wrote down what it would take for me that I needed to do for myself to get that. And I got that. I made up in my mind the things, the factors and features that I wanted in a significant other. My old lady encompasses those things. Not 100% perfect. There are a few things that got to be worked on. I got things I got to work on, right? And we work on those things for each other. That's how it works. Like, you make sacrifices. There's give and take. But you got one group of motherfuckers that think, nope, I'm a queen and queens don't change. You got to accept me as crazy as I am. Look like driving one of them little tax cars and shit. Like, but just check this out, right? I want y'all to listen to this because this is the mentality. This is the type of games a lot of people play. Let me turn this little background music down a little bit. Can y'all even hear that background music? Because I got it set, but I don't know if it's playing through. I'm just curious because I'm trying to see some things here. All right.
And he just looked at me in my face and was like, if you feel like you need to move, move. And so we went through 3 months of like chicken, where I had no friends in Vegas, no family in Vegas.
Let me bring it back to the beginning.
So after I gave him the ultimatum, he just looked at me in my face and was like, if you feel like you need to move, move. And so we went through 3 months of like chicken, where I had no friends in Vegas, no family in Vegas. I just really blurted that out. I did not mean it. I had no intention. I had no job. I had nothing. I had no plans on moving to Vegas. I thought I was going to force this man to propose to me. For 3 months, he was like, do what you got to do. You want to move, move. So the last day I was putting my stuff in the car, he came over and helped me put my stuff in the car. And we putting stuff in the trunk, and I just started crying. I'm like, you really gonna let me leave? He looked at me and he said, have a safe trip.
Dude, her name is My Therapist Life, so I'm assuming that this is a therapist. This is a person that gives other people advice. Lots of black women like to go to black female therapists. I've seen lots of black female therapists offer terrible advice. That's the advice that she would have gave another woman and put another woman through that shit. That shit don't fucking work. I remember there was that one of the last cases I think I watched in its entirety, or one of his clips, where it was a therapist called in and he broke the therapist down. You know what I'm saying? And she was in there saying some crazy stuff, and then she ended up breaking down and crying and shit because the motherfucker was right. Like, shit, how you gonna get advice from the motherfucker who can't even use their own damn advice? That's so fucking goofy. Like, motherfuckers want to get out here and play games. What's the saying? Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Well, shit, she won it all. She hit the fucking jackpot. It's fucking crazy, right? Oh shit. Chicken is good, Heidi. What is wrong with you, right? You say not really. No, oh, here I cracked it down actually a little bit now. It should be a little bit louder. But like I said, it's because I think the songs, they play a little bit different. So I try to keep it at a kind of subtle level. I got too many sounds on, so I actually hear it from a different source. So it may sound a little bit louder to me. But that's racist. What? I'm pretty racist. Let me see. No, I don't remind my lady anything. She makes statements, and I encourage her to do better. And I make my statements. She encourages me to do better. As it should be. You should have, that you would think that your significant other would be your first line of support. It's a lot of people whose significant other, their first fucking attack. They get attacked first thing in the morning. They're getting abused and attacked. And shit, men too, right? So it is what it is. That's funny, AB. But that's what I'm saying. Like they play the game, you know what I'm saying? Like they play the game, and then when you honor the request, well, why'd you do that? What do you mean? It is what it is. Again, and the thing is, she's talking about they played chicken for 3 months. They didn't play chicken for 3 months. She played chicken for 3 months. He was like, fuck it. He had made his decision. If this was she going, okay. He already had something else lined. I guarantee it. He was like, fuck it. I'm not going to play game. I'm not going to buy this ultimatum. He had value in himself. He knew what he was worth. He knew his worth. Know your worth, girlfriend. He knew what he was worth. And he's like, okay, well, look, it's not what I'm ready for. And again, she made it seem so simple. Like, she's a lunatic. She's a crazy person. Okay. I can tell from that small clip, she's a crazy person, and she's a crazy person that gives people advice. So this crazy person found out the hard way, right? So it is what it is, man. All right. Thought I could have should have been over the phone line. All right, here we go. Is they busting the illegals to the White House? Yeah, I think they sent bus number 3 today. And I think they finally cleared that little situation up with Mexico. They talking about they gonna make it Mexico have to do the checking for more illegal, like stopping illegal immigration. But they was blocking all them trucks and they couldn't fucking get in. And it was causing a little bit of a supply chain issue for a couple of days. But apparently they've resolved that matter. We'll see. My thing is like, I think like, I'm fucking with Ron Don, man. Ron Don is that dude. Abbott's just like a copycat. Abbott over there like, you copy your homework, and they're copying the wrong answers because he ain't got his glasses, so he can't even see right. Abbott's a nigga that copy the homework or copy the work. You copy your test. He copy you so hard that he put your fucking name on the fucking test. You know what I'm saying? So that's Greg Abbott, right? It's like all he's doing is just instituting some shit that DeSantis done did and just doing it here in Texas. Like he's not ahead of the game in any way, right? Like in any way, form, or fashion. So, and Florida, well, I guess they got Haitians and shit, but it's a different situation, Cubans and things of that nature. But man, I'm telling you, I think I'm joking. Bet the win, shit. I'm just become a criminal again. I was fucking might as well commit crime. Shit. You see already what they do in fucking Harris County. Why go be right? They just gonna let you out, do whatever you want to. You know what I'm saying? Just might as well be fucking committing crimes. Like, fuck it. I bet that was a fucking piece of shit. All right. Let's get the line open. Let's talk about it. I just spent most of the time fucking running my damn mouth. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't, I'm not telling you not handling your business, but when you come and approach a situation from a independent, like once you assign yourself independent woman, you might as well assign yourself to being by yourself. And that's what that is. Independence, self-sustainability. Like you on your own and be on your own. Like you can't expect a nigga to want to, I'm an independent woman, but these men don't do this. Okay. You chose it. Like, oh, and why are we talking about that? Remember I told you about that term, pick me? Like I seen something. This was actually a great, hey, there's the lovely Miss Sarah Lynn. This was a great way of putting this. Oh, I guess I should actually click on the thing and then it works. Because we talk about it, we always use terms like toxic masculinity, right? Why don't we ever talk about toxic femininity? Because it's a real deal. I think it's way worse, right? How do y'all feel about this statement? Because it's always those miserable people who come up with these terms and come up with these sayings to try to talk down. Imagine the man who is usually the pursuer doing what is natural, pursuing a woman, wanting to be with her, and a woman actually wanting a man to be with her, or wanting to be chosen, or wanted to be, accepted, and wants a family, all that, being called a pick-me. But you don't see the pick-me's complaining. Who you see complaining is the left-me's. The motherfucker who tried to do some guy left that motherfuckers wasn't fucking with. The hit it and quit me's. You know what I'm saying? Those are the ones complaining, oh men are this, that, and other. Well, maybe if you were a pick me, you wouldn't have to be dealing with all men, right? Maybe if you were a pick me, you'd have some standards about yourself and you'd have been chosen by now. But you want to be out there, you want to have hot girl summers and whatever else comes with that. Like anytime women do that shit, they fucking lose every fucking time, right? Like, and women don't understand. This ain't about bashing y'all. This ain't about even attacking y'all. We're different. Y'all let them feminists and the Sangers of the world, CIA and everybody else convince y'all that we're the same. We're not the same. We're not the same, right? Men are designed biologically, to have the ability to spread seed all over the world. I can get a fucking 100 bitches pregnant in a month if I wanted to, right? And it wouldn't hinder, slow me down or anything. I could keep on going and line them up, right? I could probably do it in a 7, 14, carry to 1, 3 weeks. Anyway, and it can be done, right? Chick get knocked up, that's it. You got one. You get knocked up on the first day. Well, you over there checking to make sure you ain't late and shit. Like, we're designed differently, right? You can take all the plan Bs and you can take all the scientific medications that Lord knows who designed and came up with to make your body alter itself to not do the things it's naturally designed to do. And you can try to just see what we're doing. Yeah, but you're putting a glitch in the system to try to make it work, right? And so my deal is like, you were designed to be something special, right? I do believe the woman was and is intended to be put on the pedestal, right? But women don't carry themselves like that anymore. Women want to be hoes. The modern woman wants to be a gold liver. And so you don't put that on a pedestal. You don't get to be had by any and everybody and still feel like you're entitled to being the cream of the crop. It doesn't work that way. If you're easy access, you're not special, right? And these women out here nowadays are willingly making themselves easy access. Or they think because, a nigga who might be in a good position, fucked on them, though they doing something. That nigga don't give a fuck about you. Oh, yeah, rich man spent the bag. I'll be like, if a rich motherfucker spends some money to fuck on you and is not trying to like lock you in, that's throwaway money. You're throwaway. You're a throwaway. Like a fucking pistol, you a throwaway. Like the Future song. And you don't get, well, I got the bag. It's nothing to it, right? Nigga break a couple of $100, whatever you fucking do. It's nothing. It ain't hurt. It don't mean I got the bag. Like it means something to you because that amount of money matters to you, not to the motherfucker who just threw it away. It's like, I don't know about it. Like, I don't give a fuck about that bitch. Like, the thinking is so ass backwards. And we live in a society full of mental illness, full of people who are, just like, oh man, did it not rain? Am I tripping? My bad. I'm over here talking again, like I say, running my damn mouth. Let me put the thing over here so I can actually see it. I don't know why I didn't ring. The little noise didn't go off or nothing. Let me see something. But it's just like, yeah. But see, women don't want to be that anymore. That's what I would say the pick-me's are attempting to do. Okay, there it is. I was just running my mouth too much. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening? Let me cut this damn music. Damn. All right, there we go.
The music was chill, man. I like the little music in the background. I like it, bro.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I did. Yes, sir. I had the damn. I didn't have my settings all fucked up. I got all different sounds wrong. I can hear you loud and clear. What's going on, Mr. Dan, the man with the motherfucking plan?
I'm all right, man. So I'm eating the peanut butter sandwich, man. That's my night snack.
Ain't nothing wrong with peanut butter sandwich, man. So how you feeling about today's conversation, man? The categories of women that are in the Black community.
Oh man, you know what? I don't know where to start. I think let me try to remember three. I kind of want in on the stream a bit later.
Okay, okay.
So 3 categories. You have them trashy hood rats who essentially, you always see them on fight videos, always doing some wild shit. So you have that type. Will Lizzo fall into that category?
Yeah, Lizzo's the trashy, classless. I wouldn't necessarily put her in the, she might not be the vibe, but just, the classy and I mean, the classlessness, trash, and fighting, all that basically goes hand in hand. So, it's you one or the other.
So a Megan Thee Stallion kind of girl. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. And then you have your Katana Johnson, whatever her name is. I'm gonna call her Katana.
Yeah.
So basically, yeah, agents. Straight up agents. I remember that one black woman doing the fist with Gloria Steinem. That's an agent right there, straight up. A pawn for the government who be sewn into whatever office she'll hold, and she'll wreak havoc for Negroes, especially Negro men. I already know it. Not like she has any allegiance to us, and I wouldn't expect her to. But yeah, I don't trust her. First off, the whole pedophile comment, the going easy on chomos. Never mind the black thing, never mind the woman thing. I don't care what ethnicity or gender or sexual orientation she decides to operate as currently. She can't define a woman. She goes leaning on child molesters. This is the most problematic thing right there. That scares me. But of course, the Joe, Jim Crow Joe, man. Like, this guy's one of the most ardent people who push laws that really fuck things up for our community. And this same indoctrinated society, well, some of them are like this, clapping for him. Oh, you go, Joe, put on those aviators like you actually served in the military. Get fucked, dude. Fuck out of here. But hey, no refunds. No refunds, bitches. Fuck your student loans. Fuck all that shit. Fuck Afghanistan. That disastrous butchering of that withdrawal, that was insane. I was just looking at that earlier. I was watching different commenters on YouTube talking about the Afghanistan withdrawal. And yeah, we had to get out. Why didn't we get out with the previous dude's arrangement, which was signed off by the Taliban, religious leaders, and the Afghan government? And when Potatoes decided to invalidate that by just staying in there any longer than we agreed upon, he essentially told the Afghan government, hey, you're useless, we don't give a fuck about you. And the Taliban said, oh, really, nigga? All right. So what? Let's go. That's what happened. That entire debacle alone should have been worthy of a impeachment. But, there's no accountability anymore, so I don't expect it. Never mind the Afghan civilians, never mind those, I think, 14 soldiers who got blown up. None of that would have happened if we were out back in May. None of that would have happened. So he needs to take full accountability for that. But he's not going to, because responsibility is just not a thing anymore. So, segue over, back to black women. So, you have the agents, you have the hood rat trash attached. What's the third kind? I forget.
The third kind is the manipulative narcissist, the Jada.
Oh, yes. The baby mamas. Taking niggas in court. Yes. How can I feel about them? Oh, my God. I don't know which one's worse. I know they're all detrimental to the black community. Some are more obvious to see than others. Also, the trashy hood rat. Most men can just see that a mile away. No, thank you, I'm good. Some of them baby mama terrorists. There's a guy, Mr. Palmer, on YouTube. He has this thing called baby mama terrorists. It's a term about how some of these females be just raking these dudes over in court. It ain't just black women. Not even white women to be doing that shit. Asian woman, Hispanic woman, shit like that. So baby mama terrorists right there. So shout out to Mr. Palmer. That dude funny too. Man, I think you pretty much nailed it on the head. You got women who are just violent, trash, in and out of jail, all the wild shit. Then you got the ones who seem nice at first, and the minute you get them pregnant, it's a wrap, bro. You better put the hot sauce in the condom or some shit. I agree with what Drake did, 110%. Fuck him. And then you got those those types, the educated sisters, you can call it. I see people like that scare me because they just want a title or position. I want to be the first this, and this. Never mind if I'm legitimately like a good fit for this position. I just want to be the first this. That's the most dangerous people. And I remember hearing this a long time ago. And, things make more sense as you get older. And it said the vast majority of people who seek positions of power are narcissists. and they probably shouldn't hold those positions of power. Any more wise and judicious people, they avoid positions of power because they understand the responsibility and the hard choices they're gonna have to make, and worrying about making the right choice. Not they're so unsure of themselves, you know, they try not to take those positions of power. And yeah, it's kind of like Hitler, like a maniac like Hitler was able to get into power because he had such a commanding aura of personality around him. And it also helped that Germany had been basically ham-fisted by the rest of the world powers after World War One. They basically blamed them for everything. So, you know, it was easy for someone like Adolf to get into power because they wanted someone to make them feel better about themselves. That's all. Making people feel better about themselves, they'll believe anything. And I think that's an analogy, like just making somebody feel better about themselves, no matter what kind of horse shit you're selling them, they'll go with anything. Yeah, Kenobi, yeah, they're very dangerous. They just want to see your name in lights, no matter if you even know what the fuck you're doing. Shout out to Kamala. That's it.
Man, oh, bro. I was talking to my old lady about Kamala the other day. She don't, my old lady don't really be caring about a lot of that stuff. She don't buy into it. But I had, I like to always kind of reevaluate myself, make sure I'm not being too prejudiced, make sure I'm not being over. Is she not the worst political public speaker you've ever seen? Like, am I over exaggerating? Because it's just like, and I mean, we know Joe has his big flip fluff, but I mean, like, for her to possibly be coherent and just repeating the same stuff, like in one sentence you repeat the same thing 3 or 4 times. Like, it's just, I don't know, man. It's like she's nervous, but I'm like, you've been an attorney general. You've been like, you've had to speak in public before, haven't you? Like, is this all too much for you? Like, I'm more fearful of her getting the position if something happens to Joe. Like, I mean, it's hard watching her talk.
You know what? I'm not going to be that harsh on her about her public speaking because I've done a similar. I had a similar, I mean, she's done a lot of these clubs, but I've done that before too. The difference is she's vice president of the United States of America. Me, I was in college and I waited till the last minute to do a report. And this is years ago. I'm like, oh yeah. I failed that fuck. God damn. Yeah, DeWanda, it's amazing. She had, these primaries. Tulsi was smoking her ass. I'm sure few other people were, but somehow she got the nomination. Yeah. Maybe it helped that she was buddy with George and Alexander Soros. She literally, and I posted this during the election. She literally had a picture where she was all nut the butt with motherfucking Alexander Soros. Like, I talked to my dad, said this is the perfect choice. Like, why is these two fucking Hebes? Yeah, I said it. Why are they deciding who's the best fit for the president of the United States and vice president? Why is that? You're like a toilet. Craig installed like a toilet. I'm not going to say it directly because I don't want to endanger my friend's channel. That's why I haven't mentioned that war in Europe. I haven't even bothered about that because I already know there's a lot of fuckery going on that we're not privy to. Yeah. But I know when they banned RT off of YouTube, I already know they're trying to manipulate the narrative. Guaranteed. You can't see what this other guy's saying, like why this is happening. You have to just see all these Hollywood celebrities jerking themselves off to some TikTok fucking retard teenager making some dance. We're so empathetic. We stand in solidarity with Ukraine, man. Fuck, I don't give a fuck, bro. Straight up. Sure, I got my own shit going on. I don't want to get tied in this shit. I know people want us to get tied in that shit, but let's just look at the disastrous American foreign policy the past 30 years. 40 years, since Vietnam, hell, since the Korean War. The last war we outright straight up won was World War II. Stop getting involved. We decided to get involved in a place which nicknamed is the graveyard of empires. That was a spoiler alert right then and there. And
it's a fucking hell of a nickname. God damn.
Yeah, graveyard of empires. The West has been fucking around in Afghanistan for fucking decades, and it's usually ended up bad for us. Yeah, heels up. Yeah, man. I say face down, ass up. Or where Trill at? Toot that ass up, Harris. There you go, man. There you go, Trill. I love that when he says that. Oh, Trill. Shout out to Trill, man. But I mean, yeah, and that's a perfect example of a quote unquote black woman who just wants to name her life, never mind if she's good for the job. It's insane. It's just sad. Okay, Grenada. Okay, that's one of the lesser known conflicts we've been in, Miss Kenobi. I wasn't aware of that one. I've heard of the name before, though, back in the 80s, if I'm correct. Yeah, fair enough. And we kind of maybe won the Cold War, or maybe just Russia ran out of money in Afghanistan. Russia was in Afghanistan. Sorry, Soviet Union was in Afghanistan, and they kicked their ass too. Of course, we helped the Afghan rebels kick their ass, and now then they kicked our ass. So it's a cycle. It is what it is. How fitting. But yeah, I mean, in terms of black, like if you find a black woman who doesn't fit in those three disastrous categories, maybe she's a keeper. Yeah. But I'll admit this in terms of I think there's a lot of dysfunctional black women and a lot of dysfunctional black men. But a lot of dysfunctional black men, they don't have like the mainstream media support. They're not constantly on television shows talking about how trash black men are. If you're a black man and you start talking about how bad black women are, bro, you ain't getting on mainstream TV. They ain't gonna let that happen. I've seen maybe a few dudes. I think maybe Thomas Sotomayor was on a TV show one time about it. I think it was one of those television shows about menopause woman, The View, the Real, The Talk, the Bitches. I don't remember the fuck the show's name is. I don't know.
Ain't no telling.
Oh, Jonestown. Yeah, ain't no telling. There's so many of these shows. Like every network has like a show of like 5 women talking about dumb shit. And like I used to kind of like The View, kind of when it first came out, like, okay, this is interesting. And then I realized when it started getting all political, like, bro, I just came right here, y'all talk about dumb shit. I ain't hear about your politics because half y'all know what the fuck you're talking about. And then Whoopi saying that Jews are white people. Yeah, Joy Behar in blackface. Holy shit, these people.
It seems Whoopi now.
Kelly. Oh, Whoopi. What was it? It was when Trump was in office. It was Ozzy Osbourne's daughter, her only claim to fame. She said, like, well, Mr. Trump, if you're going to ban the Mexicans, who's going to clean your toilets? And they're like, oh, boy. Remember that?
Oh, wow.
They're fucking bunch of idiots, bro. Yeah. Oh, Snoop Dogg spoke out against Gail. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, you can't critique these people. Yeah. Look, a person beyond reproach, beyond critique is someone I don't want to deal with. Because you can't be corrected and how can you become a better person? It's like, excuse me, let's say I'm in the gym and I'm trying to do bicep curls or whatever. If I have bad form, I might injure myself. I might not target the right muscles. So either I correct myself by looking at a YouTube video or an app I have that shows the right form and the best way to get gains or to maintain or whatever, or someone in the gym's like, or like a personal trainer, maybe some guy's like, hey, bro, hey, I think you're going to injure yourself. Let me recommend you do it like this. That's happened once or twice. And I'm like, oh, my bad, let me thanks. You know, I'm like, man, why you judging me? Why the fuck you judging me? I ain't saying no shit like that. If I'm wrong, cool, correct me. I appreciate it respectfully, but you know, not always guaranteed that. So, you know, it is what it is. But in those cases, like when I was in the gym, like someone showed me, hey, bro, you got to do it like this, bro. I was like, oh, okay, thanks, man, I appreciate it, because I don't want to fuck myself up. You know, shit like that. So if you're beyond correction, which many black women are, I just don't want to deal with you. And like I said, I was in the military. I worked with a lot of black women. Yeah, man, that was an experience. I remember what prompted this woman to say this. She's one of those baby mama terrorists. She's one of those three types. And I was a supervisor, and she had like 9 collateral duties, but she never did her actual job. And I forgot what it was. We were talking about something, and then she's like, Armstrong, I think you're gay. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Where the fuck did that come from? What the fuck is going on? Like, I think it said something like, I don't mess with people at work. Yeah, I said something like, I don't mess with people at work in terms of relationships or sex. I don't engage in that shit. I don't see people lose their jobs that have 15, 20 years over some pussy. Fuck you. Not doing it. And half these dudes are married. So why the fuck would I risk my possible retirement and my pension and all sort of shit for some high school pussy? Fuck you. I'm not doing that shit. It's insane. I'm for older woman anyway, because they usually keep their mouth shut better, but that's not guaranteed either. Anyway.
These days.
Yeah. I don't know, man. She like to say, like, in front of like 5 people, like, I don't think you gay. What you talking about? I was like, you know what, bro? Okay, if you say so. I just said, yeah, you know, you're right. I am a flaming homosexual. You're absolutely right. That's the role with it, because I have no intention on sleeping with any of y'all, so I don't give a fuck. You know, I don't give a shit. You don't tell people. Now, the fact she said that, she probably told someone I'm gay anyway.
Yeah.
You know, so let's say I was interested in a woman, and I've been interested in a woman I work with in the Navy, but I kept that shit to myself. Especially once I work in the same work center, that's not good, bro. That's leading to issues, and I've seen those issues.
And that's why that you can get away with it. Yeah, because I don't want maybe, you or your particular pussy or whatever. I have to be gay, And again, that's to say that's a crazy thing, especially when dealing with women. If you reject a woman as a man, you're a bad person. She put herself out there and was interested in you. Shame on you for hurting her feelings. But if you get rejected as a man, well, deal with it. And then she throws some names in there with it. Well, you ain't got no right to say nothing back. Like, again, like I say, the double standard, the kid gloves that they get held with is, and I don't think that many of them realize it. And that's why we're going to bring it to the forefront. But yeah, that's a crazy situation because again, if you told her that, hey, I'm trying to fuck. Well, I'm not interested. Oh, well, you must be dying then. Yeah, you would lose everything. You would lose it all, right? Like that's crazy, man. You got to get you one from Ghana, baby man.
Hey, yeah, baby. Yeah,
girls from Ghana.
Yeah, definitely. One of my other dudes, he had a chick from Liberia, this tall, dark-skinned chick. And like I said, I always respected my friends and their girlfriends and wives, but she was thicker than a Snickers. She was ridiculous, bro. I mean, I kind of looked at the side of my eye, but I ain't gonna look like, damn, bro. Hey, man, set her out, bro. I ain't saying no shit like that.
Yeah.
But I appreciate a woman's beauty, and I respect my friends. So nothing happened, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. So look, go where you like. Straight up, just go where you like. Yes, there are no community. Right. It's why. I'm sorry. I'm gonna divert again. Sarah, good point. See, there's a lot of women who are OnlyFans. They're wondering why they can't find a boyfriend. Because when it comes to relationship, most classical relationships, not these cucks who like their wives getting railed up by Tyrone and Lucius and shit. That's new shit. That's some Portland shit. I don't engage in that shit. But there's a certain level of exclusivity you want with your relationship. You want to be like, hey, look, I don't know one who sees you naked, and vice versa. That's why these OnlyFans broads look, I already seen your goods. Like, what's the point? I can just beat my dick and be done with it. I don't have to deal with your problems. You're nagging. So why the fuck would I get in a relationship with you? Straight up. It is what it is. So that's
speaking of OnlyFans, and you know what the craziest thing out of this whole OnlyFans pandemic, that's the real pandemic that I've discovered is that these women, and a lot of them single women, because the ones you would think that men would be like, nah, I'm not gonna. This is not going to shake. But some, like I said, some of them into it too. But it's a lot of these chicks are single women with single moms with children, and they say, "Well, I saw one today, and this was I'm gonna get my kid prepared for." She said something like, "I'm gonna teach my kid how to roast so he can defend all the jokes about his mom having OnlyFans." And somebody's like, "There's no defense. Like, you got nothing. Like, you can't. There's nothing that you can do to defend." Like, she don't get it. And I've seen others where I teach my kids, because they say kids at school say something about it. Well, we learn how to be normal. Those kids are not normal. Like, you're traumatizing these children because you cannot, find a better way to. I'm not telling. Look, let your freak flag fly in private. That's my whole thing. I don't give a fuck what nobody does, but don't be out here advertising that's unnecessary. And then especially if you have children, and then you wide open out there. Shit, kids got access to everything. I guarantee you, by the time these motherfuckers do that, oh, this your mama? You know what I'm saying? That's that favorite thing they like to do on Twitter. this you? Oh, this you right here? You know what I'm saying? Like, then you wonder why the kids out there hanging themselves and doing all kind of little crazy shit because mama couldn't keep her legs closed, or not even that she couldn't keep her legs closed, she couldn't keep it off the video. Like, it's crazy that they think that when we was talking about it, them kids are gonna get annihilated. Like, those kids are going to be miserable because of your actions, and they have to suffer because of your act. That's extremely selfish. But when you talk about it, you're just a misogynistic hater. You're policing women, and it's like, no, there are consequences to all the. Especially like if you have a daughter, maybe nobody cares. She might fuck around and follow your footsteps, unfortunately. But if you have a son. And especially sons love to, especially young black men want to protect them. I'm saying all men, I'm sure, depending on your relationship with your mother, for the most part, you're gonna protect your mom, even if she ain't 100%. You know what I'm saying? If she is the most amazing mom or whatever, you're still gonna protect. We see it all the time. Young niggas going head first over some dumb shit behind their mamas, sisters, or whatever. You're gonna, as a man, your duty is to protect. And these kids are gonna want to try to fight and do all this. Like they're not gonna be able to handle that. Like they're gonna lose in the long run. And it's just it's motherfuckers don't get that shit, man. It's crazy. Like, but here we are.
Absolutely. And DeWanda, you made a point. I mean, look, if these dudes gonna be throwing the money at these chicks, I ain't mad at them. You ain't getting none of my motherfucking money. There's websites you can find some of these chicks pictures for free. Don't ask me how I know this. I heard from a friend. So,
hey man, where there's a will, there's a way.
Motherfucking right, bro. The internet, bro. All those neckbeards. Oh, they gonna hack your site. Trust and believe. Hella neckbeards. Oh my god.
Yeah, if they
Shout out to the neckbeards.
hacking the infrastructure, the site, the OnlyFans is light work. They talking about they found some shit that they said that some kind of exploit kits that they have to be able to take over these industries and shit in America. I'm like, okay. It is. Yeah. Oh no! DeWanda, because it was one I want to say here in Texas. She had like an OnlyFans, and she's actually running for something. I forgot what it was. And that was her billboard. She was almost damn near naked on the billboard running for. I forgot what it was. People were mad about it. I saw this was like about 2 months ago. I seen this shit, but yeah, some of them are trying. You know, but do it. At this point, fuck it. Just do whatever the fuck you want to do. I'll just come to the den and talk about it.
The game is the game, man. But I would ask most men to just avoid these kinds, because I'm sure there's those kinds and some modifications to those three archetypes in every ethnicity, absolutely. But for us black men, well, first off, when it comes to the agent, she's dating white dudes or non-black dudes in general, so don't worry about that. You're not going to be picked, don't worry. And if you are picked, you're going to be henpecked like Jada did Will. I remember that video where Will's like, look, he just said to her, I'd ask you not to record me. And she's like, we going to be on the red table. We be on the red table. The most relevant thing she's done since Jason Lyric, and set it off. Thank you, fucking Jada. And, he's like, just don't record me. And I felt bad for him because, like, not so much lately, but for Hollywood actors and stars, your image is very important. And he's been this clean-cut guy. Don't curse in his records. I mean, I was kind of shocked when he was cursing in Bad Boys and shit, but now he out here trying to bitch slap grown 50-year-old men. Damn. For your honor, and then you can't even defend them. You say I ain't telling him to do that. Like, oh my god. This is a time for healing. See, when anyone says this is a time for healing, I hate that, because that means you don't take any responsibility for what happened. You just want to ignore it and just move on. Even though I'm not saying she's responsible for him getting slapped, but Will was laughing at that joke till he looked at Jada with them daggers for eyeballs, and well, what happened, and now he's lost a bunch of movie deals. Just damn, bro. And he's in rehab or some shit. I mean, look, he needs rehab from Jada. That's it. Straight up. Now, Jada, she can be dead mama terrorist. If they get divorced, it's over. It's Slaughter of the Pockets had a tie to a rocket, bro. It's gonna be some shit, bro. Man, you won't bullshit about that, bro. But look, most men. I'm sorry, go ahead, brother.
No, yeah, I'm just shaking my head at the whole, like I say, the Will situation. Like I feel for him. I don't feel sorry for him, but at the same time, like I said, you mentioned that video, it's like with everything he's going through, this is what you choose to do. I said earlier, like your significant other should be your ally. That should be your, the person that has your back. But she's doing the exact opposite. She's trying to take advantage of you in the situation. It seems like so. Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's easier for you to avoid her reaction. She's a mile away. The nails, which those long ass nails, like the Popeye fingernails. Like Jesus Christ. How do you wipe your ass, man? You've mentioned this before many times. How do these people stay hygienic with those nails? Do you take them off before you use the bathroom? Sounds like a very long process, arduous process. I remember there's you ever heard of mukbangs?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, there's this one sister. I'm gonna give her that title, sister. I forgot her name, but she does mukbang stuff like that. She be eating like some crab and shit like that. It's cool and all that, but she has these long ass fingernails, bro. Can you imagine how much dried up crab crust is in them motherfuckers? How long? I mean, does she clean them? Is she hygienic about it? She's dipping cheese in there, and the cheese gets on the nails and shit. Man, fuck out of here. Melted cheese. Fuck out of here, bro. Like, look, I'm fine with you doing your hustle, man, but just get rid of the nails. And it ain't like she's an ugly woman. She's a cute girl. I just don't understand the nail thing.
Cheese and feces. That's disgusting. Just all.
God.
It's like, I feel like but then they get mad if you ask it. That's how I know that they're not hygienic. It's like, you wouldn't get mad. Like, because I've seen, it was a chick who was talking about, they were mad. Like, I'm tired of people asking me well, there's a reason, I mean, there's science. It's just, I guess ass logistics. I don't know how this works, but yeah, I mean, it's just, this don't make no sense, but yeah.
It don't. I think though, in terms of like men, especially black men, the most dangerous of these people are the baby mamas. The ones that have the cops caught on you, the ones who have in and out court for child support. I'd say do it, Mr. Palmer says, just pay the child support. Pay through the courts, go through the official system to pay it. Don't give her no money up front. Don't do that shit. You give her $1,000 a month. What was it, G Herbo? He bought a chick a house or some shit, but it's not in his name. So when she kicked him out, he got arrested for being at the house because it's not in his name. She all laid up in there and shit. Like, bro. He's like, yeah, I bought that house. Yeah, I bought the house for it. Nigga, you should put a name on it first, man. Possession is not 10th of the law, my G. No matter who bought what, possession is not 10th of the law, G. So it is what it is. Devon said, oh, we just going in on the women's.
Oh, yes. It's one of those evenings. Yes.
Yeah. But I mean, that's basically all I got, man. Those three types, that's a really good way to put it. It's like the unholy trinity. You got the ratchet ass hood rat on the bottom. Then on the left, you have like the ones who use the courts and the system. They turn their kids against you. And I'm talking about righteous men, not abusing ass, gorilla pimps, not them. Yeah. Whatever happens to them, and they deserve it. But like decent men who get fucked over in the system. It's sad in these stories, and every once in a while, when these dudes, they put up Rajay Black, and they start live streaming how they done killed somebody, they about to kill somebody else. It happens. And I'm not condoning what he did. But when you put someone in a corner, man, they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it to you. And put it on live stream. It is what it is. And on the right of that triangle, you got your educated doctorate sisters and shit like that. And generally, like the vast majority of these women, really, as from what I've witnessed, and when in my own life, like ones who seek positions of power in corporate America, stuff like that, they're not for black people. I wouldn't expect them to. It is what it is, So just know, it's unfortunate mattering in the position of power to get into. It's like a corporation, then their corporation, whatever. You got your diversity chief, have fun. But like the Supreme Court, and seeing, you can read some of their decisions in the past. They were questioning about this. Katana Jackson was questioning about this, and she was like leaning on pedophiles. That's a fucking problem. Maybe not for current people who are running things. Maybe they want someone like that.
Yeah. And get in there as quick as you can. And, change as quickly as you can. Let's get this shit. Like I say, it's. But hey, she's black, so that matters, right? That's all that matters. As long as she's black, everything else is irrelevant. That's where we're at. It's fucking sad. It's super fucking sad.
Yep. But welcome to America. I'm trying not to be black pilled, man. Man,
I can't blame you if you are, man. Like, not at all. Like, if you are, shit. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, look at the world around us, man. I can't fault anybody for feeling the way they feel. I mean, shit. Let's be honest. We're as a country. I mean, as a whole, this country is not well, probably headed to a depression, but is depressed. You know what I mean? Like the country, America is depressed. Just feeling bad. Like the kids are depressed, the women are depressed, the men are angry and pretty depressed. They just disappointed in their choices. But women like, the only people happy in this country is the only people winning in this country is the damn alphabets, and they still mad about everything because I guess they ran out of stuff to complain about, so they're gonna figure out something else. But it's just like everybody's angry about something. Like there's no American dream or none of that good stuff anymore. Everybody's just mad, looking at everybody else get mad at them for being mad. So I don't blame you for being black pilled, man. Like I said, I feel like I'm there. I feel like I'm a dark brown pilled. I'm a couple of shades away. I don't know what other colors of brown there are.
Yeah.
I'm not too far. I'm not too far from it, man. Like I feel you, man.
Oh, Trill in the building. Trill, I was just talking about you earlier, bro. Your catchphrase, bro. Keep that ass up, man. Hey, man, shout out to you, bro. Respect, bro. That's all I got, man. Just be careful, man. I'd say whatever sort of intuition you have, just be careful who you procreate with. That's all I ask. Be careful, because bringing a child into this world, that's a permanent thing. And you don't want to be tied to this person for the rest of your life. Just use protection, man and woman. Just use condoms, contraception, and don't trust the other person, because dudes trap females too, which is insane. I don't know. You know what? Do what I do. Just beat your dick. No, I don't give a fuck no more. I don't give a fuck. Hashtag sock gang. That's all I get. All right. Yeah. I remember. It was probably a year or so ago, some dude was in the chat saying, sock gang. I was like, yeah, nigga, yeah, so what? Yeah. I don't give a fuck. I can't get my sock pregnant, so I win. Fuck you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In this day and age,
I am dysfunctional.
Yeah, man, look.
I'm dysfunctional.
That might be the most functional thing going, because the way motherfuckers run around and, like you say, risk it all just for a nut. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, bro. Like, shit. It is what it is, man. I'm not looking.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't judging one bit.
Yeah, man. Well, I appreciate the vote of confidence, because I just got to be careful out here. I ain't got no 100% vidas, but DeWanda, you cat. No, I ain't got no damn 100% disability. No, I wish, but no, I don't. I'm close to. I'm all right. But that's all I got. Shout out to y'all on the den, man. Yeah, Hardy. Shout out to Hardy. Yeah, fuck him. Guess what I'm talking about? Yeah, man. Fuck that shit. That's what I'm talking about, bro. There ain't only one, goddammit. That's my nigga right there. All right, man. Let me get off, man. I've already embarrassed myself thoroughly.
Nah, you good.
All right, shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to whoever calls next. Travis, Mr. Hardy. That's my G right there. Devontae, hope you're doing all right, bro. Y'all have a good night. Love you, Sarah. All right, now.
All right, appreciate it, Dan the man.
Yeah, you too, bro.
There you go. Shout out to Dan, man. Always a good call. It is about that time now. So this is how we rocking, like a cutoff stocking. I'm gonna drop the Discord link in the dilly dally. Let me pull that up real quick. We slide an after party after the stream. You know what it is, beat me there, don't meet me there. And shout out to LaRonda Ross, who subscribed and shout that out earlier. As y'all can see, like I said, working on a lot of stuff. Oh, where's the let's see, I forgot to put the background music back on. So, like I said, just working on a lot of things, man. Trying to get a lot of things in order. But this shit, knock my hat off. Damn. Look, I need to go get my foot twisted, cleaned up. Let's do it like that. I say I got too many buttons and knobs. I'm like a child. There's buttons and knobs. Let me push this and click that and do this and do this. But man, I thank y'all for being here, man. As y'all can tell, like I said, got a lot of stuff working on. We're gonna get I'm working on the pistachio problem, because the pistachio problem is this. There's pistachios are basically all in the CloudBot, and then I have an old save file of the pistachios from the old actual chatbot that's on the desktop. So, and it's a lot of users with pistachios. So I'm probably what's going to happen is I'm going to go through and get all the regulars, everybody who's kind of been more recent, active. And I'm going to get all y'all's pistachios together and try to add them up and everything. as much as I can. Look, some people may get a little fucked over. I can't help it. It's just a lot of shit because I don't have any other way of combining them or anything like that. So, because I thought about just starting everybody over from scratch, but there's some people who got like a shit ton of pistachios, so we're gonna make that shake. So hopefully Monday, we don't go live tomorrow. It's Saturday. I'm gonna be working on, fixing some stuff up for the streams then. And everybody drop a show me in the chat real quick. Let's get yourself on the screen a little bit while I get this link. See who all's still alive. Doodly. I got too many damn files up. There's a lovely Miss Sarah Lou. Is that Bill O'Brien? What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh man, that reminds me of. Oh yeah, if you fuck with the sauce too, man. Monday, hopefully, like I said, I got a lot of work. I gotta do. And I'm telling you, I'm finna crank these streams up. We finna start having a lot of fun with these bitches. Like I say, interactive. Where's the Discord? Why's the Discord not moving up? Oh, there it is. We're gonna start having a lot of fun with these bitches though. Like, so. Oh, this nigga Broderick over here playing fucking Far Cry 6. See, I told him it was trannies in the game. Now this nigga want to go play it. Goddamn weirdo. Terrible person. All right. And then what I'm gonna start doing, what I think is starting Sunday. We'll be live Sunday. What I'm gonna start doing with the Discord, I'm gonna put the Discord links throughout the stream early, and the invites are only gonna be accessible during the stream. So that way, if you miss it, you miss it. But if we got new folks or anything like that, during the stream, they'll have access to the link and join the Discord. Be a little bit more I don't want to say careful, but just a little bit more discretionary with how I handle the Discord. All right, if you ain't got the link is right here. I'm gonna get on the Xbox and jump in this game. I'm gonna shoot that thing. Miss Bell Northern Style. Hey yo. Good to see you. I find that very funny. Shout out to Miss Bell. Can't tell me to tell you hi, Miss Bell. All right, it didn't happen, but yeah. All right, so I'm already in the voice. So if y'all ask anything in the Discord, I beat all y'all there. I'm already in the thing. The old links they expire. But if you're already in there, you should just be able to get back in there. Like if you're in the Discord once, you should just be able to, when you get on Discord, you should still be in there. Once you invited and you on the server, you should be good. Good night, Miss Cardi. Miss Cardi, we're gonna talk soon. Maybe Sunday. You know what I'm saying? We gonna have a conversation. One, because I enjoy talking to you and I ain't talked to you in a while. I always thought we had very good conversation. But two, we got some things to discuss. So I am looking forward to that. Long hair. The name's Honcho. And two, never mistreated a woman. Well, let me not say that. I was a serial cheater. If you've been in the den long enough, which I'm assuming you have not, I'm going to call it like it is, right? There are lots of flaws, but I don't have to deal with that because I got my black woman, you know what I'm saying? And I have no issues with that. But I'm going to call it like I see it. And it's not always going to be nice. But that's the problem. If you don't suffer from those flaws, if you don't have those issues, they don't apply to you. What's the saying? If it don't apply, let it fly. I used to be like I said, again, I'm not gonna get into stories tonight. Maybe we'll talk about it Sunday. I used to be a serial cheater. Then something very traumatic happened and, never again. So it is what it is. With that being said, again, it is my honor, it is my privilege, but more than anything, it is my pleasure The fact that you guys allow me into your lives, you allow me to spend this time with y'all. It is truly an honor, man. I really mean that. You could be anywhere. I mean, you could be doing all kind of stuff. You could be playing Far Cry 6 like Broderick right now. But the fact that you guys coming it in, we get to chop it up. I mean, and just have fun. Even though this matters may be serious, but it's all about having fun, right? Like there's enough trauma, enough bullshit going on in life to be upset about. It's just the point where you just got to laugh it off, right? You just got to have a good time with it and don't take it too serious. Don't let it kill you, man. But with that being said, I'm chunking the produce. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all. I truly do. Now, man, if ain't nobody told you that they love you, I love you. And I mean that. I thank y'all. Till Sunday. And then, or you just get your ass in the Discord, put the link in the Discord, you know what I'm saying? And just put it in there right here, right? And there we go. Bada bing, bada boom, betty boop. And we got this thing. Man, look, I forgot to cut the TV off, man. Look, I'm tripping. Hold on, play us fucked up.